Okay, for this problem, we're wanting to find the percent by mass. The formula for percent by mass is the grams of the solute divided by the grams of the whole solution times 100. And what we're given is that we have a 0.194 molal solution. The molality equation tells us that we have kilograms of the solvent and we have moles of the solute. Now, we don't have either one of these. So again, we can just assign a number to one of these. Since I want to get to grams of solute, I'd like to solve for moles of solute, so I'm going to assign a number here for the kilograms of the solvent. I want to use an easy number, so I'm going to pick 1 kilogram of solvent. If I take 1 times 0.194, then that tells me that I have 0.194 moles of solute. And in this case, our solute is iron 2 chloride. So I'm going to take 0.194 moles of FeCl2, and I'm going to convert it to grams so that I can put it up here. 1 mole of FeCl2 is equal to 126.75 grams. And when we work that out, we get 24.59 grams of FeCl2. So in our equation up here, I'm going to say the percent is equal to 24.59 grams over, now I need the grams of the whole solution. So this is the grams of the solvent. So the solution is equal to the solute plus the solvent. This is the grams of the solute, so I'm going to do 24.59. We had 1 kilogram of the solvent, so that's 1,000 grams. So I can add those together and say that I have 1024.59 grams of solution. So up here, I'm going to put 1024.59, and I will divide those and multiply by 100, and I come up with 2.4% by mass. All right, in this problem, we're trying to find the mole fraction, and we are given that the solution is 40% by mass. The easiest way to solve this problem is to assume that you have 100 grams of solution, and that's going to make the grams of the solute, silver nitrate, 40, because you take 40 divided by 100 times 100. So if you have 40 grams of AgNO3, you can solve for moles by dividing by its molar mass. It's 169.88 grams. When you divide, you end up with 0.2355 moles of AgNO3. Now, if we determine that we had 100 grams of solution and 40 grams of that are the solute, then the solvent must be composed of 60 grams. And our solvent in this case is water. So we're going to also convert 60 grams of water to moles. 18.02 grams of water is equal to 1 mole of water. So when we type that in, we get 3.3296 moles of water. Now we can solve for our mole fraction. The mole fraction is equal to moles of the solute divided by moles of the solution. So the moles of the solution are going to be the moles of the solute plus the solvent. And when we type that all in, the answer for our mole fraction is 0.0661. Okay, in this problem, we are given the mole fraction. In this problem, it tells us that our mole fraction is 0.0495, just this number written out, and the mole fraction is equal to of solute divided by the total moles of solution. And since that's the only thing that they give us, we are going to have to assume one of our numbers here. So we're going to assume that we have 100 moles of the solution. If we have 100 moles of the solution, we would multiply 100 by 0.0495 and find out that we had 4.95 moles of cobalt sulfate. Our equation for percent by mass is the grams of the cobalt sulfate divided by the grams of the solution. We can convert 4.95 moles of cobalt sulfate into grams. The molar mass is 154.99, and when we type that in, we get 767.2 grams of cobalt sulfate. Now, if we had 100 moles of solution and 4.95 moles of that are cobalt sulfate, then we know that we must have 95.05 moles of water. So we'll take 95.05 moles of water and multiply by its molar mass to get 1,712.8 grams of water. And then we're going to calculate our percent by mass. Our percent is going to be equal to the mass of our cobalt sulfate, 767.2, divided by the total mass of the solution, which is the 767.2 plus the 1712.8 times 100. And when we type all of that in, we get 30.9% by mass. In this problem, we are trying to solve for the molarity of the ammonia. So we're going to end up needing moles of NH3 divided by liters of the solution. We are given in the problem that we have a 26% by mass. We are also given a density of 0.904 grams per milliliter. That's for the solution. So the percent by mass, this is grams of solution, and this is grams of the solute. So we can assume we have 100 grams of solution again, and then that tells us, this is times 100. We take 26 divided by 100 and then times 100. That tells us that we have 26 grams of solute in this imaginary 100 gram solution. If we take 26 grams of NH3, we can convert it to moles by dividing by its molar mass, which is 17.04 grams of NH3 is equal to 1 mole. When we type that in, we get 1.5258 moles of NH3, which is what we're going to put right up here. Now we want the liters of solution. That's a volume. We still have our 100 grams of solution, and we know the density of the solution, so we use our density formula. We are trying to solve for volume, so we take mass divided by density. So we take 100 divided by 0.904, and we get a volume of 110.6 milliliters. We need that to be in liters, so we slide the decimal. We get 0.1106 liters, and then we take 1.5258 divided by 0.1106, and we get 13.8 molar for our answer. Okay, in this problem, we are looking for percent by mass. So we're going to need some number of grams of AgNO3 and some number of grams of solution. What we're given is 2.54 molar silver nitrate. So we want to do something easy here. So we know liters need to be down here and moles need to be up here. So if we just say that we have 1 liter, then we can take 1 times 2.54 and have 2.54 moles. So we'll take 2.54 moles of AgNO3 and convert it to grams, and we get 431.495 grams of AgNO3, and that's what we can put up here. Now we need the grams of the solution. We have a density of the solution. If we use our density equation, this time we are trying to solve for mass. Mass is equal to density times volume. So we will take our density, which is given, times our volume. It's in liters. We need it to be in milliliters to cancel out. So we change it to 1,000. And when we multiply that, we get 1350 grams. That is the mass of the whole solution. So we can put that up here. So we take the mass of the silver nitrate divided by the mass of the solution times 100, because it's a percentage equation, and we end up with 31.96% by mass.